My topic, the value of detachment. And detachment doesn't mean not being attached as well. And attached to something, oh, I have to have that, that's mine, I can't live without that, running after that thing, or that substance or that person, always afraid you're going to lose them or you won't have it because you project into the future. That's the mind always going to do that to torture you. Don't believe it. And then the detachment is, oh, I don't care, I don't love anybody, I'm not involved, blah, blah, blah. No. What it means that we, all misery really begins and ends in the mind. And has to do with who we're giving our power to. And we've been taught and trained through generations, and whoever knows how long, of humankind, to say that other people are our rulers, or that sense. Or we say, oh, well, we're voting or not voting, but you know how all of this goes. And politics were always complained about in ancient times as well, they say. But there is an ideal time. If we go beyond time, our idea, in a sense, which makes the word ideal, is that when we're in our natural state of being, now, as we are, just right now, look around where you are, spot something in your room or where you are, get it, this is where you are. Get a sense of feeling what you're in that chair or how you're watching or what you're looking at. Now breathe into yourself, just breathe, do some nice slow breaths, using that to center yourself. And there's a lot going on around. And all of that, in a sense, it's not you, it's a movie, in a sense. It's like a movie. And we say it's changing, but really what it is, we're always in the now. And it's like the movie is changing to make us think in a sense of time, which is, I call this realm the cause and effect time dream machine at some level. And yet, what may I say, we want to be attached to ourself, that divine presence that is with us, that we're part of, that we all have in common. It's called Paramatma or Super Soul, we might say. Even all these words somebody can challenge or make wrong. It's, some of these people, they just want to make everything wrong. That's wrong, that's wrong. And yet they're building their own religion, so to speak, or their own thing that you just follow that, and this is it, I got it. You have to find out for yourself. And all what a teacher can do is to offer their own experience and the tools they used or the steps they took, or in a sense what works for them. And that's why over what we call time, I may not be teaching or saying the same thing I did before, because my awareness or my wisdom has grown, you might say. I have remembered and am remembering always more of myself, and thus of yourself, because you and I have the same self, yet we're individuals, because if you have a self, you're not that. We are the ones who have the self. And that's what we would call the divine, or we would call the supreme source, absolute, but it's us as well. And that's who we are. So when we get it so attached to everything on the outer being the way we want it to be, or we think it should be, or judging it's not good enough, where I am is terrible, my body, my age, and the situation and the money and the this, going on and on, which is all self-torment and self-torture in the mind to make you feel how bad you are, make you feel bad and suffer, you see. And what it is when you're attached to something, and I remember that, oh my gosh, being attached to a certain man, and just suffering, so jealousy and all of this, and it was, or the confusion, or also with alcohol, so it's like all that kind of stuff, and the drama, and the your stuff, you got to hold on to your stuff, and you can't lose, and what I started doing is giving away stuff in that sense of something I was really, really attached to. And because at one point when you leave this three-dimensional reality, and that's why people are so afraid of leaving it and they want to keep coming back and doing it over and over again, is because of their stuff they're attached to something instead. And so this attachment is say, you're the source, this is my happiness, this is who I am, this is my this is my that, when you're denying who you are and what you are, and actually giving your power away always to someone or something else to bring you the happiness that you desire, which comes simply just being now and witnessing and being, appreciating, perceiving on all levels, and the absolute source of everything, of all, and beyond things. Beyond the duality. And yet, it isn't about oneness without differences, the same and many. It's a great opportunity. We get so attached to everything. You see, people have been losing things, their homes and their different things, all of a sudden gone, and not knowing what to do and where to go and how to be. These are times when we can help each other. And also to realize that we've been projecting all of this. It's been in movies, and we have paid to see those movies, paid to be programmed. There you go. That's how we operate. Just notice that. It's in your own mind. And you don't need to be attached to anyone or anything outside of being attached to yourself. And when I'm attached to myself, I'm attached to yourself. And yet I also appreciate and know your own uniqueness and beauty, and love to experience that. And how all of us, when they say, oh, that's impossible, no, it's not. One person at a time, or many. I remember when they first came out with the 100th monkey, I really actually read reports that it wasn't true. And as people think, well, when I get there, then everybody will. No, that's again, who told you that? Where'd you get that? Waiting for something, waiting for a better time. Always attached to the future, attached to the past, attached to the memory, attached to the photograph, attached to things, attached to the body. And we've been then attached to that which is temporary, changing, and the effect. So it's important to look at what you're attached to, that you're giving your power to. And when you don't have it, it's so sad, so miserable. But you know what? It isn't that tears are bad, not bad or good. But there's tears of love, and there's tears of pathetic self-pity. Pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and start all over again as the beginning, right this moment of now. Don't carry the past and memories into now. Don't past identities, losses, failures. Stop it. You're doing that. Paid to see the movie. Experienced it, felt it. Whoa. Nobody in any educational or religious system except probably the Vedic at what's left really tells you who you are. And make you be attached to everybody and everything and their saviors and their rules and their world of fear and dare. Then you take their mind, that's your world. Yeah, this is the first moment of your eternal existence, just now. Have it be as you choose. Yeah. Have the feeling. Know you have it. Let yourself feel it and be attached to yourself. And then you work for the welfare of all. Hey, works good.